So a while back I picked this up off of eBay, and you might think you know what it is, but it's not. This is not a Famicom to NES adapter. This is the exact opposite. This is supposed to let you play your NES games on your Famicom. In fact, if you look at the PCB carefully, it'll show NES back, Famicom front, because the NES cartridges have to be placed in reverse. So, I mean, there's nothing really to this. It's literally just a PCB with a cartridge connector on it that maps the pins from the 72-pin NES cartridges to the 60-pin Famicom cartridges. Not sure quite how that all works, but there's no capacitors, resistors, no sort of chips, nothing. So let's see if this actually works. So again, I've got the lights turned down to make it easier to see the CRT, but I moved the Famicom out of the little retro storage shelf that I have built just to make it easier to put the games in. And again, you have to remember that you put this adapter in Famicom front facing this way, but when you put the NES cartridges in, they're backwards. We'll start first with Mega Man 3. And let's get to the screen here. And immediately it starts working, although I don't know why there's ghosting happening here. I think it's my polarizer is acting up. But as you can see, it plays just fine. Alright, so there's that one. Let's try another game. One thing I noticed is when I pull the cartridge out, it pulls out the connector adapter with it, so you kind of have to use two thumbs to release it. Next, we'll try a battery-backed game, Dragon Warrior, known as Dragon Quest in Japan. Gray screen. Might just be dirty. Let me give it a cleaning. All right, let's try again. Gray screen again. Interesting. Let's try another game, though. This time we'll try Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, an official multi-cart. Oh, scrambled graphics. Give that a cleaning, too. And I can't get it to read at all now. Very, very, very strange. Let's try clone multi-cart, one of those 801 type deals. This one seems to read just fine. But let's see if it actually loads a game or not. And it seems to load a game just fine. Let's go back to the menu. Try another game. Seems to load Dragon Warrior 2 just fine as well. So yeah, let me try some of these other cartridges again, just in case I'm not lining it up correctly or something like that. So here's Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt again, and as you can see, it still has graphical glitches, and I can't use the controller at all to do anything. I'm gonna try Bad Dudes next. Seems to work just fine. Yeah. And let's try, what other game did I grab here? Dr. Mario. Seems to work just fine. Very inconsistent. And that's part of the problem. I was able to get maybe half of the games to work that I own, and the other half just would not. It would either give me corrupt graphics or it would give me a gray screen like you saw with Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt specifically. Yeah, so I contacted the seller on eBay. They had me double check everything. They said, hey, try putting it in backwards. You know, try flipping the cartridge the other way around so it's facing front instead of back. And none of those things seem to work. They offered to send a new one, but because there's nothing to this adapter, I mean, it literally is just solder joints. And I did check every single solder joint. They all seem to be good. Tried to clean up some of the excess flux that was there. But it didn't completely clean, but that's not a big deal. That's not going to stop it from working. So I declined just because I don't think it's going to help any. Now, it could be that there's something wrong with these games. There could be something wrong with the Famicom itself. Maybe these specific games just aren't compatible with the Famicom for whatever reason because of the fact that there's 72 pins instead of 60. Again, I don't know how any of these pins route from 72 to 60, especially since some of the ones in the middle here don't seem to go anywhere. Are they just there for the sake of it? I mean, I did notice that a lot of NES games do use all 72 pins. I'm not sure if it'll show on camera or not. Let's see. Yeah, so some will use all 72 pins and others, I don't, like this one here, don't. But strangely enough, this one, Wizards and Warriors, did not work on there either. So yeah, can I recommend this? I mean, not really, just because of the fact that I have inconsistent results. Now again, it could just be me. I mean, if you want to go out there and, you know, give it a shot yourself, maybe you'll have better luck. But I did not. I know it's not a super long video. It's not one of my technical videos or anything like that. I mean, this was literally just me trying games and seeing which ones work and which ones don't. I do want to get myself one of those Famicom to NES adapters and just, you know, try, you know, my copy of Super Mario Brothers 3 and the Super Baseball 88 to see if it'll work on the NES. And I don't have any reason to suspect that it won't. But again, after my experience with this adapter, who knows? So yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys have any experience with this, are there any tricks to it maybe that you might know about that I don't, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks all, and I will catch you later.